Alright, almost everyone's here for the rant on Jaeger quests, so I'm not going to spend too much time with Ragman. Most of his quests just kind of boil down to, do you like interchange or do you hate it? And that's pretty much that's going to decide whether you like his quests or you despise them. So, we're just going to burn through these real quick. Only business, reach loyalty level 2 with Ragman. Incredibly free XP going on up there. Make Ultra great again. You gotta kill 25 scavs on interchange. This is, do you hate the map or do you think it's okay? I personally think it's okay, so I'm not gonna put it down low, but this quest can be a bit annoying solely because scavs are harder to track down on interchange in my experience, so we'll put that into the thug it out category. Big Sale. I'm not a big fan of this quest. It's run around the entirety of the mall trying to touch a bunch of stores, and a lot of them are in PvP hotspots, which as a solo can be annoying if you're just trying to get this damn quest done and don't want to deal with other people's garbage. The Blood of War Part 1, incredibly simple. Mark 3 fuel trucks outside of the mall. It's a good quest, sure. Blood of War Part 2, you gotta find like, I think 4 fuel conditioners. That one was definitely annoying for me because I could not find them for the longest time. The only advice I can give you here is to hit a lot of technical supply crates. That one is going into Thug It Out. Blood of War Part 3, go to specific locations on woods and mark some barrels. It's a good quest. Fuel Matter, not difficult, go to reserve, mark some fuel tanks, piss off. It's a very, very easy quest. It's going into the good category. Inventory check. The most annoying part of this quest is the fact that the keys are incredibly expensive at the start of the wipe. Like, I think to get all 4 keys you need will probably run you 1.5 to 2 mil just to get all 4, which is annoying because they aren't that great from a loot perspective, making this kind of a money sink quest, but the quest itself, it's fine, it's good, whatever. Database Part 1, instead of running around in the front of the mall trying to hit a bunch of locations, you are now running around the back of the mall grabbing a bunch of manifests. It's not a difficult quest, but it can definitely be, it's definitely more tedious than some of the others, so that is going to be when you have to thug out. And then the Database Part 2, you're just grabbing one specific thing from Ollie, just thug it out. I'm not gonna say it's a good quest, but it's not hard, so just get it done. Minibus, very simple, very easy, mark some vans on interchange, that's it. The only thing that I will say about this quest is going around in the garages is kind of a scary experience due to the fact that there are corner goblins who are just chilling down there for some reason. It's like a New York City sewer, but other than that, it's a good quest. So good is basically free XP. If you remember that the quest line exists and you start gathering the items before you have it, then you can just turn them in as soon as you get the quest. So Good Part 3 used to be really annoying, but now that they've changed it from the Zabrolos to just 6B13s, which you find literally everywhere, it is a very, very easy quest line with it's free XP, all 4 of them. Charisma brings success. You level charisma skill. You do that by completing quests. It's something that's going to happen naturally, free XP. The key to success, it's a good quest. You have to go to 2 locations throughout interchange, and you do have to move around a bit through the mall, but the locations where the books actually are pretty out of the way, so the only time you're in any danger is making your way towards them and then making your way out. I like this quest. I think it's good. No fuss needed. I'm pretty sure this is the one where you just reach loyalty level 3 with Therapist. Once again, free XP. You don't have to put any extra effort to make that happen. Supervisor. You have to turn in a key. You can buy this key off the flea market. It is very easy. Once again, free XP. Dress to Kill. Just remember that you're gonna need Ushankas and cowboy hats. It's free XP. Gratitude is a quest that is a little bit more annoying, not because it's difficult, not because the items are expensive, but because you have to plant 4 objects while standing at the edge of an exposed dock with no cover on either side, praying to whatever deity you believe in that a bullet doesn't suddenly rearrange your brains into a modern art piece. So that one is a little bit more annoying. The best advice I can give you is either go at night, or oddly enough, the way I did it was there was a lot of gunfire going on in the actual sawmill. I did it while there was a huge fight going on because everyone was so busy killing each other, they didn't worry about the guy head down planting stuff on the dock, and surprisingly it worked. Hot delivery, this is when you're just gonna have to thug out. Again, it's annoying that you have to sit still and plant objects into a pile of trash while you're standing in one of the most popular rotates in the map for people to come through, but you are a bit more covered. It is decently dark when the power is off. It's not terrible. As far as planting the gazelles go, just go at night and wait like 10 minutes for everyone to run into the mall and you're gonna be fine. Scavenger, just level your search skill. You can do this very, very quickly by touching a bunch of bodies. That's all you have to do, going into free XP. Living High is Not a Crime Parts 1 and 2. These are ones that are just check safes. Check a lot of safes. It's gonna be very repetitive, it's gonna be a little bit tedious, but it's not difficult, so just thug it out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, we are going to talk about this piece of crap right here. Jaeger. Starting us off, we have Acquaintance, and for Acquaintance, you just gotta bring fat ass a lot of food. This one isn't so bad, but it does get rather repetitive, checking the same exact food crates over and over and over again, so that one you just have to thug out. Now, I'm gonna do the entire Tarkov Shooter questline, because this is probably the thing that people hate about this man the most. Tarkov Shooter Part 1. It's not bad, it's a little gimmicky. You just gotta eliminate 5 scavs from more than 40 meters away while using a bolt-action rifle with iron sights. That's not so bad, it's gimmicky, definitely, but you know, whatever, you just gotta do it. So that one you just gotta thug out. Tarkov Shooter Part 2 isn't nearly as bad as it used to be, considering the fact that you are allowed to use a scope nowadays, but what the hell is this quest? Shoot scavs 3 times in the leg, and then shoot 2 scavs in the head from beyond 40 meters. Like, what the hell are you teaching me to do, Jaeger? You're teaching me to kneecap my prey, and as they are crawling away, trying to escape, put another one in their skull. Aren't you supposed to be some kind of hunter? That's like, oh yeah, I love to shoot my deers in the legs so they can't run away, and as they're suffering, I put another one in their head. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Now, while this quest isn't difficult, it's just another goofy, gimmicky thing to do with a bolt-action rifle, so that one is also going to go into Thug It Out. Then we have Tarkov Shooter Part 3, where you have to kill 3 PMCs from less than 25 meters using a bolt-action rifle. You know that weapon system that has been, like, outdated for close quarters combat for the past, I don't know, 80 years? Make them kill things up close with that, which... Now, full disclosure, I actually like this quest. I like how skill-based it is, and I like that if you are really good with bolt actions, you can get this one done, and it can feel very gratifying. But I can also acknowledge that it's a pretty dumb quest, and the only reason it exists is to force people to use bolt-action rifles, since they don't really have a place in the game. So for me personally, Tarkov Shooter Part 3 is enjoyable, but for the sake of like literally everyone else, I'm gonna put it in the annoying tier. One that is very annoying to me is Tarkov Shooter Part 4, where you have to eliminate 5 PMCs from over 80 meters away while using a bolt-action rifle. This one is just annoying because there's no way to rush it, there's no way to get it done quickly, you just gotta hope that somebody is beyond 80 meters when you spot them. And the amount of times I've had 78 meter headshots or 75 meter headshots is far too damn high. And you have to headshot them, because if you just slightly miss that first opportunity you're given, odds are they're not gonna re-peek it. So yeah, you get one shot, if you miss, that's tough, and you gotta do that 5 times. So yeah, this one's just annoying. I'm not a big fan of this one. Tarkov Shooter Part 5. Kill a bunch of scavs at a very oddly specific time on customs. It's not difficult, it's not hard, it's just tedious. You gotta thug it out, man. Tarkov Shooter Part 6. Eliminate 5 sniper scavs with a bolt-action rifle. Once again, annoyingly tedious, because most of the time you're not gonna encounter that many sniper scavs. If you're lucky and you go on customs, you'll get 3 of them in one raid. Most of the time that's not happening though, so again, just gotta thug it out. Tarkov Shooter Part 7. Use a bolt-action rifle, kill PMCs, it has to be suppressed beyond 45 meters. At this point, it's just getting monotonous. You're using a bolt-action rifle again, you're doing functionally the same task as you did, I don't know, 2 tasks ago, and at this point, you just don't really want to use a bolt-action rifle anymore because it's really freaking annoying. Yeah, that one's going, you just gotta thug it out. It's tedious. Now, Tarkov Shooter Part 8 is an interesting quest. The only requirement is get 3 headshot kills without dying. So you can take everything you've learned from the past 7 of these gimmicky ass quests and put it all together to complete this one. Who the hell am I kidding? The way I did this quest is I went on to factory when everyone was still trying to repair the lights in the hallway, and I just sat on the forklift, and I waited, and then some poor bastard would run up, try to repair it, and I'd shoot him in the skull. And then another one, and I would just do that over and over again until I got this quest done. It only took me one attempt, which was honestly pretty awesome, but if you're trying to do this one later in the wipe, good fucking luck. It's not gonna be a good time. The Tarkov Shooter quests themselves aren't necessarily incredibly terrible or incredibly difficult. The problem is that you have to do them one after the other over and over and over. I think these quests would be a lot better if you got every single one of them at the exact same time, so you could just do them all at the same time. That would make it a lot less monotonous, it would take a lot less time, and overall, it would make me a lot less suicidal. Ultimately, this quest line is not a matter of strength, it is a test of endurance. How much garbage are you willing to take to the face and keep on pushing? And I don't like that much. I really don't like this quest line. So independently ranked, these quests kind of go in the thug it out category, but when you put all of them together, they're reaching into belt sander treadmill. It's really not a great time. Then we have Unprotected But Dangerous. This quest kind of seems stupid when you look at it on paper, but in practice, it's really not bad. All you gotta do is kill scavs while you're not wearing any armor. You just run around woods, and then when you see a scav, you drop the armor you're wearing, and then you shoot them, and then you pick it back up. It's not difficult, it's a good quest. Thrifty, all you gotta do is store some stuff in the bunkers on woods, not that difficult. At the bare minimum, when you're planting stuff this time, you are very well protected. There's only one entrance way, so if somebody comes up on you, you have a very good chance at winning. Good quest. The one where you have to dehydrate yourself. I don't know how to pronounce that, but overall, this quest is just sit in a bush for 5 minutes after eating a jar of mayonnaise. It's free experience. Wounded Beast. All you gotta do is snap your femur and then not use a painkiller and kill 3 scavs. Is it kind of a stupid quest? Yeah, because it's never gonna happen naturally, but it's not that difficult, so we're just gonna put that one to thug it out. One quest that is annoying, however, is Huntsman Path Tough Guy, because you have to eliminate 3 scavs on woods without healing at all. Now, on paper, this doesn't sound so bad. What sucks, however, is the scavs on woods love to do this mystical thing where they shoot you through the walls, bushes, and dimensions. So getting hit is very common, and if you get a bleed effect, well, that sucks. If your arm is blacked and you can't shoot straight, well, that sucks. And worst of all, if you get all 3 scav kills and it says quest completed, you still can't heal, otherwise you'll fail the quest. So why are you taking one of the most important mechanics in Escape from Tarkov, and that is healing, and saying I'm not allowed to do it? I don't know, just seems kind of stupid to me. It's going into annoying. Now let's talk about shady business. This quest isn't particularly hard, but it's kind of just a kick in the balls, because by the time you unlock this quest, odds are you just finished turning over flash drives to Skier, and now you're gonna make me do it again. Why? I just went through hell and back to get these flash drives for Skier, now frickin' Jaeger wants some. And the worst part is Jaeger doesn't even seem all that interested in them, because he gives you flash drives as a reward for a different quest. What the hell, man? I just gave these to you and now you're giving them back to me. Ambulance is free experience. You turn over 2 CMS kits and a defibrillator. You can craft all 3 of those in the hideout, and the CMS kits are really easy to find in raid anyways. So, free experience. The Hermit. You have to go to Lighthouse. I'm not having a good time. You're not having a good time. Screw Lighthouse. It sucks. It's a terrible map and they should just remove it from Escape from Tarkov. It's going into annoying. Courtesy visit, you just gotta run at the back end of Shoreline to touch a few houses. This quest isn't difficult at all. The extract is also right next to it, and you're probably not gonna run into PvP there. But the reason it sucks is because by the time you're doing this quest, you're already doing a gauntlet of other Shoreline quests from our man Peacekeeper. And that gets very, very tiring, constantly doing the same map over and over with barely any difference between the quests. So that's going into Thug It Out. And so is Nostalgia, because Nostalgia you have to run to, I believe it's East Wing 308 in the Health Resort. Again, it's part of that gauntlet of Shoreline quests that are just a drag on the soul. That is also going into Thug It Out. Fishing Place. If you have high scav rep, it's completely free experience. Just turn in 2 lab key cards. Not a difficult one at all. Then there's Eagle Owl. All you gotta do is kill some scavs at nighttime without using any night vision or thermals. I quite like this quest. I love running nighttime in general, and if you give me an excuse to run at night, then I'll take it. I'm gonna rank this quest as enjoyable. Huntsman Path, Combat Medic, I'm pretty sure you level Vitality for this quest. Again, leveling a skill, free experience, no effort. Junkie, all you gotta do is chug a Red Bull or have any other stimulant going in your blood, and then go kill things on woods. Very, very easy quest. I would even say it is enjoyable. Secure perimeter, go into factory and kill people on any of the 3 floors in that office area. Once again, I love factory. You give me an excuse to go there and I'm happy. This is an enjoyable quest for me. The Delicious Sausage, not a difficult quest, just, again, tedious. Run all over Streets of Tarkov, one of the biggest maps in the game, and touch a bunch of stores. And try not to get shot from one of the many, many windows that probably has somebody camping inside of it. It's just kind of tedious, you just gotta thug it out. Then there's Reserve. All you gotta do is run into the underground warehouse on Reserve, that is underneath the K buildings. It's a good quest. It's just go there, touch it, leave. Not at all difficult. Then there is Pest Control, and this quest is fantastic because you have to kill scavs in an area where they don't spawn. This quest is worse than Long Road. It is worse than Safe Corridor, because at the bare minimum for Safe Corridor and Long Road, it's gonna take a while, but you're gonna run into scavs there at least like 1 a raid, maybe 2 if you're lucky. However, for Black Pawn and White Pawn, scavs are just not in there. I have gone there God knows how many times, and they aren't in those buildings, and it drives me insane. That is a belt sander treadmill quest. It sucks. Huntsman Path, Forest Cleaning. Despite what the name of the quest would entail, you literally just have to kill scavs, quote, all over the Tarkov territory. Just kill scavs, which is what you're going to be doing 85% of the time you play Escape from Tarkov anyways. So yeah, this quest is free experience. Then there's Outcasts. Kill rogues on Lighthouse. It's not a difficult quest because they all have predetermined spawns that you can very easily snipe, but again, Lighthouse. Annoying. I hate it. Huntsman Path Controller. Let's be real, everyone who's trying to do this quest is grabbing a KS-23 with some flashbang rounds and bullying some poor souls on factory. No one is trying to use actual flashbangs in this game because they are very, very unreliable. So, yeah, just go bully Timmies on factory, just thug it out. Then there's Evil Watchman. As someone who runs around dorms all the time and really, really enjoys dorms PvP, I quite like this quest. If you hate dorms, well then that sucks for you, but I personally find this one enjoyable. Huntsman Path Justice, this is the one where you have to kill Rashala's guards. I am so glad that they made it so you get both this one and the one where you have to kill Rashala at the same time. It used to be you would kill Rashala and complete his quest, and then you would get this quest, so you had to go hunting for them all over again. But nowadays, it's quite good, I would say. Yeah, it's a good quest. Huntsman Path Trophy, you're just killing Rashala. If he doesn't have his golden TT, well, then that sucks to be you. Otherwise, good quest. The one where you have to murder Sturman, I like this quest. It's very easy to tell if Sturman is on the map. You know exactly where he's going to be, so you don't have to waste your time checking other locations. And the fight, I think, is fairly decent. So overall, I think that it is a good quest. That being said, the quest you get right after this one, where you have to kill him with an M700, why is this not a quest I get at the same time? Because I'm doing the same thing again. It's like, great, now I have to go kill him with a specific weapon this time. I think that it's pretty annoying that this follows right after. So, yeah, that one's annoying. Killing Tagilla in the early wipe, it is a painful experience when he has like a 7% spawn rate, but as his spawn rate increases, not bad, pretty easy, decently fun quest, gives me an excuse to go to factory, good. Then there's Killa. Killa is annoying nowadays because he spawns all over interchange, and as you are searching for him, there is roughly a 60% chance he's just in a dark corner waiting for you to run by before he lights your ass up with the accuracy of a laser beam. And ultimately, you're just gonna have to do a lot of runs hunting for him, you're just gonna have to thug it out. Gluhar is pretty similar, but the reason Gluhar sucks to fight is because A, his AI is freaking weird, his followers have really high health pools, and they will push you like no other. If you do not have a giant magazine and an automatic gun, good luck, you're probably in for a bad time. Overall, he's just not as fun to fight as other bosses. This is a tedious quest. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Eraser Part 2. If you like running labs and are comfortable raider farming there, this quest is very, very easy. You just have to kill 6 of them. If you don't like to run labs, though, and are trying to hunt them down on reserve, good luck. They do not spawn that often for me. I literally have not encountered them in probably 30 raids on reserve, and it's getting annoying. I'm not happy. So yeah, that one is kind of tedious. Now let's talk about Stray Dogs, the one where you have to kill the goons. The goons fight can be one of the most entertaining, heart-pounding fights in Escape from Tarkov. It can be incredibly enjoyable if they are on customs. If they are on any other map, you're not gonna win, and it is completely terrible and stupid. If you're on woods, good luck. They just lasered you through a bush 15 seconds ago, and you're waiting in the lobby wondering what the hell just happened. If you're on Lighthouse, same shit. They probably just offed you as you poked your head over a hill for less than 1/10 of a second. And if you manage to kill both Knight and Big Pipe, congratulations, Bird Eye just ran up on you because he has silent footsteps for some reason. If you are on customs and you're able to fight them by the crack house, incredibly fun. Anywhere else, and it sucks. Not to mention tracking them down and actually trying to find them when you have the quest can be quite annoying. Yeah, because of all that, this one is going into the I'd rather do homework category. It can be fun, but only under a very specific set of circumstances. And finishing us off, we have Huntsman Path Sadist. You just gotta kill Sanitar. Sanitar can be a pretty entertaining fight. He can be quite fun. That being said, I still think that Colleagues Part 3 is a better route to take rather than doing this quest. But the quest itself, I would say, is good. Terrible on their own, but when you take all of these annoying and fairly tedious quests and either put them in a row or all put them onto one character, the insanity can build. So I hate you, Jaeger. You are still an annoying addition to Escape from Tarkov, and I wish for you to just go back into a hole and eat your ramen and be sad. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, especially all the way to the end. Big shout out again to the channel sponsor, GamerSubs. You can use code LAVIVI or go through the link in the description to get 10% off your order. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video.